Hello, all. Uh, I know I told you guys yesterday. Had some Hot Wheels I picked up after I did the unboxing. My daughter, she bought an Apple Watch. I never having to take her back because they put the protector on, and not even 24 hours the protector was coming off. Took it back. Oh, she has to call up the company for the warranty on it. I'm like, you're the ones who put it on. You should. Well, she has to write the company, so I have to take care of that. Mail call again, but I'll just start off by the three Hot Wheels I picked up at Walmart. New for 2022, Retro Racers number 123 out of 250. This is the Retro Racer 7 of 10 Glory Chaser. Another new for 2022, Experimotors Lay-In Lowrider 7 of 10. And this is 128 at 250. And then from the new No Time to Die James Bond movie, Highway Screen Time 6 of 10, 103 out of 250. Aston Martin Valhalla concept. I hated this movie. If my mom was alive, she'd probably die because my mom loved James Bond, and they killing her off, she'd be like, I mean, that's the one thing my mom loved in the movie. She loved James Bond, and her killing that character off would have probably killed her. That was her two favorite movie characters were Indiana Jones and James Bond. Then on top of it, then let me just open what I came in the mail today, real quick. Okay. Well, I got Worm War 1 for the Atari 2600. But yesterday, my daughter, I've been living in Bloomsburg now, near Bloomsburg, for 20 some years with my wife. And every time I go past this place called Arcus Brothers, now they've been advertising now on Facebook Marketplace, and it's like a pawn shop, and I've heard a lot of bad stuff about the place, and I've never been in there, but they put stuff on. They have comic, but they have everything in the place. So I went in there and I went looking for, and they're all open to 6. And my wife, I ordered stuff to eat, and I went to pick up the plexiglass. So I got the plexiglass for the back wall finally. And my daughter goes, "Come on, let's stop in here." And I'm like, I was hemming and hawing. I was like, I've heard, because my stepdaughter went in there, and the guy told my stepdaughter, "Steal your gold off your parents, and I'll buy it from you." Right there, that gives me a red flag. Well, when I went in there, Summer Games and Submarine Commander for the 2600. Well, I asked, there's no prices on them. So I said, how much are they? They take them, they go, well, they fluctuate price every day. And I'm like, oh boy. So I'm like, okay. So I look them up on pricecharting.com. And I'm like, to tell you the truth, I didn't want to pay more than $25 for both cartridges. And I get up to the register, and the guy that worked with the one guy comes on. He goes, $30 for both. And I'm like, he goes, well, I never seen this one, because he only had one of each of the cartridges. And I looked on eBay, and I could have got Submarine Commander for $20, and I could have got some Summer Games for $10. So it was like $30 that way. And I'm like, okay, and I'd have to wait. And this way, I got them both. And I'm like, The guy goes, well, if you come back, he goes, like, he was asking, but I just got bad vibes. My hair sort of stood up, and I mean, I had to give the guy my name, my address, my phone number. I mean, I had to fill out a form to buy 2 video games, and I just thought that was, I just didn't. It's not a nice store, but it was just, to me, I was just like, not too. Now, he told me I could come and look at his comic books, but I have to make an appointment. I have to come out early on a Saturday. So I'm like, I'll have to save up some money, because if I go there, I would like to. And he said, give me a good deal. I'm like, well, by pricing these, and if that's a good deal, I'm like, I'm very skeptical of how I'm going to pay for a good deal on comic books from him, because I mean, he had a ton of Atari cartridges, and I was like looking at him, and I was like, because pretty much all the Atari cartridges he had, I had. I mean, I was like, Submarine Commander was the only one in summer games. He had a couple of the other ones, but he had like Alpha Beam with Ernie, but he didn't have any of the other stuff that goes with them, like the manuals and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to track down the pad and the overlays to get them with them. And I'm like, I like to go back there and see what other Nintendo games he had and other than stuff like that, because I'd probably buy some of them off him. But that's if he was halfway decent, because they put on their Facebook page, right? Oh, starting at $1, $5 starting at. I was like, and you get there and there's no prices on nothing, and that to me is false advertising. But at least when I got home, I put them in and they worked, and I am sort of like happy with the Submarine Commander, because this is one of the games that it was only a Sears exclusive. The Submarine Commander, Stellar Track, and Steeplechase were the only 3 games that were exclusive to Sears, that were made for Sears, that you know you could only get at Sears, that were so now what I have to do now is track down the manuals for those 3 games. But my Atari games are still sort of growing, so that's a good thing. Because the guy's like, what do you? And I told him, he's like, oh, and he's telling me he's got like hundreds of thousands of comics, and I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, you got hundreds, but the price is what's your price? Because I got thousands of doubles, and I'm sort of selling them cheap, because nothing does you good if you just sit there, and people don't understand that, and sure as hell don't do them good if they're sitting there and they're just sitting there. Because he seems like the type of guy that will sit on stuff and just charge you an arm and a leg. Because he supposedly has transfer. I mean, because he was talking about toys. Because I was telling him, he goes, what do you collect? And I'm like, pretty much, it's like asking me what I don't collect. I said I collect toys, comics, cards. Pretty much anything that deals with comic books, superheroes, science fiction stuff. So that's what I told him: board games, video games. But I actually got paranoid, because I was like, thank God I'm going to be getting a home security system put in my house, because I have to. Because once I get the bar done and everything else, everything set up, I'm getting security cams put up all around my house. So I'm like, that's going to be a good thing. My dad got him around his house, so I'm like, well, ever since my dad got his tools stolen, yeah, that was a fun thing. I think it's time I get it here, because, well, I'm always home, so it's like, I still want to get a gun, but my wife won't let me get a gun. Instead, I have swords. But it's always that saying, if a guy robs you and he's got a gun and I got a sword, who's going to win that battle? The guy with the gun. So. Yeah, and I think next month I'm going to actually get the replica of the Conan sword. So I'll get that too. Because eventually, I'm thinking about hanging up my replica sword somewhere. Have no clue where, but who knows. I'm actually like trying to figure out where I'm going to put half of this stuff. My dad keeps saying, "Hey, when you're going to add on to the house," I'm like, "You know when I'm going to add on to the house." And we start laughing. I get his morbid sense of humor. But I'm glad we got the plexiglass, so the back wall will be done. So now I can start moving all this junk that's stacked up here away from the bar, so I can start ripping the front of the bar apart. So I can start getting all the glasses off the air hockey table and start putting them in front into the bar. Because I found I get the smoked glass. Well, actually, the smoked sheets. I found them at Lowe's for $31 a sheet, and that's cheap. And the light, all I need is the light, just illuminate it, and it's perfect. Because I'm just gonna screw rope lights in behind them. Because that'll work to light the bar in the back, so I can see everything's inside the bar, and it'll light up the white sheet. So that means all the glasses will be, backlit. So you see all the glasses, and then I'll plexiglass the front so all the glasses will be lit up. And you'll see the glasses. So that'll be nice. And I'll have all the collectible glasses shown. So, in fact, I think that even after I do this, I'll actually have room. So I might actually, depending if I have room, I might actually probably add another set or two. Which I'm hoping I won't, because I just wish that I have enough room for what I have, and that's it. I still have to get 2 78 Marvel glasses, 1 Super Power glass, and I'm debating not even bothering with the Universal Battlestar Galactica glass, because the price guide I have said it's worth $30. The last 2 people put it up on eBay. They want $90 and $100 for it, and it's really not that rare of a glass compared to other glasses. But now they're saying it's really rare, and it's not, because it was mass produced for Universal Studios. And now they're saying, "Oh yeah," but they made thousands upon thousands of them. So, but that's what I got going on now. I still got a bunch of stuff. I ordered, like I said, I got a bunch of Shazam comics coming in the mail. I got Marvel Secret Wars #2 coming. I bid on some other books. That really ticks me off is from my phone. I lost the pen for it, so I had to buy another one of that. I actually put the pen down and it bounced and it slipped between my rug and my baseboard heat, so I can't get to it. It actually went into oblivion, as I call it. So I had to order a new one. So that's everything that's going on for today. And as always, I thank you guys for viewing and subscribing. King Joe out.